It's almost surreal. It's melting. But in 24 hours, it could all change. Because Mother Nature is a cruel, lying bitch. Hey everybody, Phil from Mnpctech. And this is vlog number 6. How you doing? Minnesota Frozen Tundra is back.
5 degrees below zero in the frozen tundra today. And I'm walking my canine. We found some very large animal tracks. And notice, my canine has no fancy boots on its feet or a polka dot jacket to keep it warm. It's a bunch of bullshit. Did you think the settlers put bearskin jackets on their canines? I don't think so. We don't need anything like that here in the frozen tundra.
Why must you spin like a top as you do a bowel movement and step in your own waste? At some point, as a custom PC builder, whether it's for yourself or somebody else, you're going to run into doing an SLI or a Crossfire setup with the GPUs. And you're going to get something like these to connect the GPUs for your bridge. Well, you know, these in particular, the ones for Crossfire, are typically copper or gold. Well, what if your theme is white and UV green or red and black and you just want to do something a bit more custom? The easiest thing you could do is just change the color by putting vinyl film over it. Very easy. All you do is turn the film over, trace the bridge on the back side of the film, and then cut it out and stick it on. You can get it done with a matter of minutes. And Mnpctech has been selling vinyl films for over a decade. Not only is it easy for these Crossfire bridges, but you can also cover your keypad, parts of your case, or an entire case, or your mouse, whatever you want. I mean, it's really easy, and the stuff's durable. So now we have our customized Crossfire bridge that matches our theme nicely. It's December 12th, and I'm working on the ASUS case mod, and apparently they're going to give this away. I don't know at what point though. I just know that this is to celebrate having made 500 million motherboards since 1989, and so I'm calling this case mod the A500, and it's centering around Antec's brand new P380, which by the time you see this video may or may not be listed on the market. It's really an interesting design. It has a aluminum top panel. It's very minimalistic styled. On the front, this is the front bezel here. Notice, no drive base. Although if you wanted to, you could put some optical drives or a reservoir in that dual 5 1/4 bay right there. Will I be doing a review of this case? Well, I've already been chopping it up for this ASUS case mod, so probably wouldn't be a good idea to do a review at this point. But I have some interesting news to share in regards to it for you liquid coolers out there. I was just test fitting some radiators here, and I've removed the lower portion of the hard drive cages, the section from the floor up to here. I removed them. They were screwed in. And I've got a Hardware Labs 240 GTX radiator in the front. It fits perfectly. Look at that. Now that's a 240. A 360, actually I don't have on hand. If you were to put a 360 in here though, this bay is riveted. Oops, I don't know if you probably can't see it from there, but this bay, this top one, is riveted on. So you'd have to drill out the rivets for that. And in the top, I have a 360 GTS Hardware Labs radiator. And Antec must have used Hardware Labs radiators to determine the layout, because it fits perfectly like it was made for it. So yeah, anyways, so this is going to be Antec's new full tower, the P380. I have no specs on it. I just got it the other day and been tearing it down and seeing what I can do for with the vision I've got for ASUS in this commemorative giveaway build. And I'm sure that there'll be details on their fan page. But what I need to do is I'm going to replace the factory feet that are just these rubber stopper style with Mnpctech machine aluminum feet. A nice big thick rubber foot insert goes in there, and I'm going to replace, so just to fit the nice theme that we're creating, put these feet on, and I'll show you how we do that. It's really easy. You just need a drill and a drill bit. And let's see, well, this is something I can't share yet, but yeah, alright, so that's what I'm working on right now. And I hope you're enjoying, or you're going to enjoy your holiday, or you've enjoyed your holiday. I've just been so busy now doing this stuff that I can't even keep track of what day it is anymore.
The salt is here, and it's environmentally friendly. See? Good. And it's working. The salt is melting the ice. But we have another problem. See that drain? Soon the sidewalk will be an ice rink. And when that ice rink sidewalk melts, our basement will be flooded.
Frigid in Frozen Tundra, Minnesota. ASUS received the case yesterday morning via FedEx overnight, and they're putting a system in it, and they're also going to liquid cool it. So again, from what I understand, they're going to give away this system. I don't know when. They said first quarter of 2015. So watch their fan page or Twitter for updates on that. Now, we were given essentially 2.5 weeks to do this mod. And when you sandwich that between Thanksgiving and Christmas and all of the other things going on, it was a challenge. But I think we delivered something really cool given the time that we had. Most of the time was spent drawing the layout for the circuitry trails for the mill on the front and the top. Many hours were spent on that because there's many variables with the channeling and the milling and the cut throughs, and everything had to be perfect so it wasn't going to jeopardize the structural integrity of the bezel and the top cover. From that, we went on to custom painting a real cool steel metallic finish, and I think it's a great match for the overall design of the case. And then everything was lit with RGB lighting. So that's basically it. If I had more time, I wanted to do more, but again, given the time that we had, I think we pulled off something really cool. I like it. It's something that I would love to have on my own desk, and I always go by my gut. If my gut says that looks cool, then I'm heading down the right path with something. Also, I think it's got a bit of a timeless feel about it. You know, the circuitry trails were inspired by ASUS. I looked at some of their older motherboards and got ideas from the layouts, and just went with something like that and then gave it a bit of my own flavor on it. So yeah, I think whoever gets it is really going to like it. It's a great case, the Antec P380. It's good to finally see Antec listening to the community and seeing where the trend has gone with case design. And you need to embrace liquid cooling now. It's 2015, and you gotta have room for big radiators if people want to put those in. For navigating in the frozen tundra, you gotta do it with style. Alex, what is this vehicle?
It's a 1970 Series 2A, and I picked it up about 20 years ago from a guy that owned a resort in upstate Maine. This car weighs about 3,800 pounds. It has a 2¼ liter petrol engine. It's a 4-speed. It has a transfer case with high and low, so that gives it 8 forward speeds and 2 speeds in reverse. It's a whopping 15 miles per gallon if you have a good carburetor, but if you have one that runs rich, it can get down to about 8 miles a gallon, which is not so good. It's hot in the summer, cold in the winter. Not much of a heater in this car.
No radio.
No, yeah, well, you couldn't hear the radio anyway because the gearbox makes so much noise. I like it because it's really fun to drive and it's fun to work on. It's very easy to find parts for. It's very easy to disassemble. It's so simple, unlike modern cars. Some of the parts I started making my own because the original parts are not that great, like the exhaust hangers, and body panels are getting hard to find. So I decided to make some composite graphite doors and body panels. It might work into a business if there's interest. Might be the Dean Design Group. DDG, yeah.
All right, sounds great. Thanks, Alex, for showing me and everybody else your Land Rover Series 2.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I just want to remind you, which I mentioned in my previous vlog, number 5, 2 things. The Mod Zoo is going to CES to cover it. This is the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, the largest convention of its kind. And we're going to be meeting with vendors we've worked with and new vendors, all in the PC hardware industry, and covering their latest product announcements. We've never done this before. These guys have never covered an event before. So it could be interesting. It could be fun too. I'm going to share footage in videos coming up after the show, hopefully maybe that week of the show, but it may not be possible. So we'll do the best we can to get the videos out so you can see it, and we'll try to offer you coverage unlike what the other big sites are doing, because we're a little site and that's the only way we can kind of make ourselves stand out, is to try to get the stuff that more of you enthusiasts like to see. Also, don't forget that in my last vlog I announced that I'm giving away a Phanteks Pro Full Tower case. It's black, it's the one that we used in our Mod Zoo guide to PC water cooling with Captain Curry Sauce and Mosquito. It's in great shape. It's got the Mod Zoo billet emblem on it. And the giveaway is still going on until January 16th. And all you have to do is log into that video on YouTube and post a description of what you would do with the case if you want it. And I'll choose whoever I think has the best ideas and let them know that they want it.
Hello from the frozen wasteland, where everyone's standing on a ladder, risking their life to chip their very own ice stand.